Today's story is something. So this woman's going about her day. She noticed that her house is unlocked. It didn't lock correctly through the app, but she's like, it's fine. I'm in a locked apartment complex. It's all good. And then she comes home to her apartment and everything is a complete disaster. I'm gonna break down this anime saga kind of like Star Wars, and we're gonna start off with part 3. Then we're gonna go to part 1 and then part 2.
She made herself a shot. She made herself a shot and cut some limes. Made herself something to eat. I'm gonna leave the best for last. I guess she likes to read. She was letting a little air out. Sat over there, got whatever this is, cause no. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Made a whole mess right here. Went through my underwear. Oh, check the closet out. Yay, let's have a party. Let's have a party. Now let me show you the best part. This is the best part. She was listening to music, took a little piss, and boom, let's make a bath with a nice little Prosecco and a strawberry and some good food. Freaking... Oh my god, this is for the books.
I like how cool she's being about it in the video. She's just like chilling, just kind of laughing about the bizarreness of the situation. But what happened really? Before we can explain that, we have to go all the way back. First of all, I apologize for the TikTok song. And the cops got called and this woman is in there naked and the cops are pulling her out. And such a bizarre situation. Imagine just like, this is what you're called to do as a police officer for the day. Go get a naked woman out of the thing. All right, so here's the next part. So they go in, and there she is. Look at this lady. She's naked, and she broke into this apartment and just like trashed that place, man. Just trashed it. Dude, this guy's like, anyone else in here? Dude, no one else in there. All right, dude. Okay, I gotta cut it off because they show her ass. All right, and then, so this is the part where the woman whose apartment got broken into tells us a little bit more of the story. So let's listen to that.
Story time. So I posted the rest of the first video. And excuse me, I have an accent.
Your accent's cool, man. Don't worry.
What happened was, so somehow she got in the building. We don't know how. Then the building manager, she checked the cameras, and apparently she was in my floor and she was checking every door, and my door was open. How was my door open? Well, I'm able to close and open my door with an app. And I used the app to close, and apparently it didn't register, and so it didn't lock. So I went up on my day, whatever. So I get back, I'm not really thinking about anything, and I'm, using the key fob this time. But I wasn't, I was so concentrated in something else that, you're not really thinking like, okay, I hear something like while I'm opening my door. I was just opening my door. And then when I open the door, I hear a little scream. And I'm like, and when I heard the scream, I was confused. I'm like, oh my God, am I in the wrong apartment? How can that be? How can my door, my key open, a different apartment? So I looked both ways. I'm like, and I looked at the number, my apartment number, and I looked, I'm like, that's my apartment number. And then I looked down because I have a specific rug, as you guys saw on the video. It's from the office. I'm like, this is my apartment. It cannot be somebody else's apartment. So I backed up, got myself together, and then I'm like, okay, let me call the building manager. And I'm like, hey, there's somebody in my apartment. I don't know what to do. Come here right now. Like, I wasn't really thinking. I was like a little shaky. I was nervous. So when she hung up, I went back to my apartment. I tried to open the door again just to kind of see what's going on. I went and opened the door, kind of like, a little bit. And I'm like, hello? And she's like, hello? And I'm like, who is this? And she's like, I live here. I'm like, no, you don't. So I closed the door. I was like, okay. Then I called back downstairs. I'm like, listen, I'm going to F this bitch up. And she's like, no, Sammy, safety first. And she's like, call the police.
Smart.
And so I called the police. They asked me a bunch of questions like they always do. And honestly, downtown Orlando police, they were there in like minutes. Like I didn't have to wait that long.
Lucky.
So I was really glad they were there super quick. So after they got there, everything that you saw in the video, that's what happened. Went downstairs, pressed charges, blah, blah, blah. But listen, after everything that happened, you know, everything was over, they were gone, and I was able to actually see my apartment. Like, I couldn't even be mad. Like, it was funny.
What a bizarre and wild story. And I kind of agree with her, you know, I mean, no harm, no foul, I guess. You know, you lost some food, your stuff kind of went through, but it's just kind of funny. I wonder what's going through this lady's mind to make her, like, go check apartments and then just go make herself at home, you know? Like, with all this said and done, there is a happy ending to this story. Let's check it out.
This is the apartment the next day. Very nice and clean.
Wow.
I really appreciate the building manager for having my apartment
nice
cleaned out. Definitely need to go get a few things from Target. Have to sanitize that area. Those are the ladies' dentures.
Oh, that's what they were?
I'm going to get new bed sheets, new bed covers, getting rid of all of that. The bathroom smelled amazing. It smelled like Clorox. I really, really appreciate the building manager for getting me flowers, strawberries, and champagne. I had to delete the last video because it showed where I lived, but this is the apartment.
Bro, she's lucky to have such a good building manager. They really took care of her, huh? Maybe it's because it went on TikTok, or maybe they're just cool like that. I don't know. Anyways, guys, that's the wild story for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. Love yous, and see you next time.